gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, it's our pleasure to present to you the newest name in Delaware sports and sports around the world, who has had absolutely no success in the real world.
That's
so he
true.
dedicated his life to talking sports. He's known to be prickly and very opinionated. It's time
Wrong.
to huddle with your host, Coach Muddle.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the huddle. I thought you couldn't hear it.
I could dare. Yeah. You know, broken clock right twice a day. So,
there you go.
You got something right for once.
You're right. There you go. You're right. You're right. Thanks for, quoting your buddy there, Billy. So, where is it? Here it is. Boom, 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 and getting it all.
You thinking that old song, "Boom, Boom, Boom"?
Just getting it out there. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the huddle. It's me, Coach Muddle, Nevada Nick, and as you remember, listen, if you're out and about in the Delco area, tell them I don't know what street you're on, but go to Phil and Jim's,
Edgemont Avenue.
On Edgemont Avenue. If you want your prop bet, you got to go to Phil and Jim's and get a cheesesteak. That's the deal today, because the guy is on fire. Hit it again. 29. Let me put it up here. 29-6.
Yeah.
Where is it? 29-6.
On the show yesterday, 3-0 between me and Stizz. So good day. Good way to start divisional round here. But look, go to, Phil and Jim's on Edgemont. Order a bunch of cheesesteaks. Make Stizz work hard today.
Yeah. Make them
the
work.
Other guys, make them work. You know what I mean? Make them work. I may order 20 cheesesteaks. I've never had a cheesesteak in my life. I mean, it takes hard work to keep this physique. So no carbs, no trans fats, none of that for me.
Yeah.
So, but I think I'm going to order 30 cheesesteaks today just to get to working hard on that grill. What's up, Jay?
So, what's up, Jay? How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Coach. So what do you want to start with? I guess start with the first game yesterday, the Packers game.
Yeah, let's start with the first game. And I think, I said it. I said it. And what happened yesterday? I talked about it. It happened. The Packers came and did what they were going to do with. I said Aaron Donald was a little banged up. He wasn't on the injury report, but he was a lot banged up. Okay.
Yeah, you could see he wasn't himself. He sat a lot of plays too. Not a lot, but I would say maybe about a third of the plays he sat, which is obviously in a divisional game, you're usually not going to see that. But they missed him a lot yesterday. But Green Bay, man, hats off to LaFleur, the coach. I thought he dialed up a very good game, a very good balance between rush and pass. But you know what, man? Give the Rams credit. Goff coming off hand surgery, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They were in that game late. And if that fumble doesn't go right to Aaron Rodgers and the Rams pick it up, they're down a touchdown with the ball inside the red zone. So, that game was pretty close. Now, Packers did what they needed to do. And look, Packers left some stuff on the field too. Marquez Valdez-Scantling had a touchdown and dropped it. Aaron Rodgers missed another one. So they left some plays on the field. But it was a
what's up, Vicky?
What's going on, Vicky? It was they ultimately, as you know, Coach, it's not about how pretty the win is at this time of the year.
Right.
It's about
getting a win.
moving on to the next week.
That's right.
That's
right. And really, the Rams just didn't have an answer. That offense just kind of moved down the field. I don't think they punted the ball in the first half at all.
Right. No, they didn't. They didn't. And they scored on all 4 possessions too. They started with a field goal, then got a touchdown. And I'll tell you too, that field goal late to make it 9.5. That's big. You're getting the ball too, coming at halftime. That was very big. And Jay, Aaron Jones is a beast, man. He had that big. He was struggling a little bit early. Only had 22 yards, and then boom, he hits the big one. I think it was like a 50-yard run. Mm-hmm. But credit to the Packers team. One, I already brought up the coach. Aaron Rodgers just always getting them in the right play. And then the unsung heroes of the Packers, that offensive line's the real deal, man. And they're missing their all-pro left tackle. But, man, it's just a lot of talent on that offensive line. You know, Rodgers didn't get hit yesterday. I mean, no sacks. I think they had one pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, they really kept him clean. You know, and look, if you're going to keep Aaron Rodgers clean, going to be tough to stop.
And you know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, and maybe part of it is because there's limited fans, you know. But how many times did the Rams got a couple of times they got caught with 12 guys on the field because they couldn't get off fast enough. You know, when they went with that up tempo because you know. Just Aaron Rodgers, just a complete, you know, he has great vision of the field, you know. So
and two, Coach, so Packers drive down, first drive, get a field goal. Then their second drive, you know, it's 3rd and goal from the 1. And look, you don't want to get another field goal because to me, that's a Rams victory.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? 2 drives where you could have got 14 and you get 6. You know it, Coach. That when you're getting field goals instead of touchdowns, that's going to affect you later in the game, especially.
And you know, it keeps it builds the confidence of the other defense and that offense. Hey, we're in this. We just need a touchdown.
Right. If you remember yesterday, I said to you they were going to motion Adams a lot to get him open. Well, they motion him one way, down the one way, and Ramsey follows him. And then right when he stops, he sprints down the other way and then runs the quick out. Rodgers hits him, and Ramsey's jumping in the end zone like a little baby. I think he was trying to say that the coverage was supposed to push off, but you're following him all over around the field. You got beat. Just, you know.
But you know what? In his defense, usually when you're down that tight,
right,
you can't get there, so you have to push that off.
Right. Well, he ran into somebody too, which did help
because he was, you know, and you know, poor communication, you know, and you know, it's totally different practice and game time. You know, he could have been screaming at that guy. We don't know. You know, hey, move, and he never heard it because he's focused on other stuff.
Optics are bad, though. Don't show your teammate up like that. Yeah. You know, if you want to get into it a little bit, talk to him on the sideline. That's one thing. Another thing that was big, Coach, and a very stupid play. I mean, I understood the flag. I didn't love it, but that on that 3rd and 7, where it was going to be 3rd and 7, Donald gets that.
Yes.
They're out of field goal range, and now you put them down, you know, around the 23-yard line. Yep. That's a big play, man, because if you get the stop there, they're punting, and now all of a sudden, Green Bay's down there, boom, they score a touchdown. Yep. Aaron Donald.
That was huge. Dude, I agree with you because –
and the momentum changed after that too, Coach. It really did.
And listen, you could have – he grabbed the face mask.
Right.
All those guys, you know, it gets heated there. But as soon as he put his hand, it goes one way because all they would have done, they would have thrown the flag, offsetting, replay the down. But instead, he lost it. And I think, honestly, part of that, the injury, and I wouldn't be surprised if whoever, I forget who the Packer was, hit him in that spot and really, you know, because you saw he wasn't really the same after that.
Right. Yeah, no, but he's got to have restraint. And look,
you should know better. You're a veteran. You're not a rookie.
Yeah, you know how it is, though, Coach. I want the players to decide on the field, not the referees. But I think also the referee wanted to get control of the game there. I mean, when you grab somebody right by the face mask, obviously, you know, it's you know, you're going to get called. But, you know, that I mean, Aaron Donald's the leader of that defense. You know, this is the defensive player of the year multiple times. He's got to know he can't do that. I mean, and look, ultimately, Coach, I think the Packers would have won the game, but that's still a big play. They get that stop. I mean, you know, could have been a different ballgame.
Momentum a little bit. It would have changed the momentum a little bit. Absolutely. So, you know, I don't understand it. So, you know, now the Rams go home, and now the road to the Super Bowl goes through the frozen tundra of Green Bay.
Right. Yeah. And we'll see who they play. But it's going to be a good game. either way because it's going to be the Saints and Drew Brees or Brady and the Bucks. And I see Jason Dean's in the house right now.
What's
going
up,
on,
Jason Dean? How you doing, buddy? How's Texas?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be like I said, that game's going to be great. When you're talking Rodgers, Brady or Rodgers, Breeze, you're going to be in for a great NFC Championship game. And then also the AFC, we know obviously it's going to be the Bills, and it'll either be Bills, Browns in Buffalo,
right,
or it's going to be Bills, Chiefs in Kansas City. And I guess we can move to that game now, talking about obviously the Bills' big win last night. I know you see it this morning, you see 17-3, but that game was a lot closer.
Yeah.
Obviously Lamar Jackson, you can't have that pick six. You just can't have that play.
Absolutely. I mean that really just kind of that killed you, and then but just one-dimensional, how one-dimensional you are. And I just don't understand. I don't understand Greg Roman, and you understand that your quarterback has this stigma, so to speak, of can't throw the football. I can't pass. He can't run. And you're not giving him these pass plays that are quick, short. Hollywood Brown and Snead, those guys got some speed. They let them use their athletic ability. Get the crossing route, those shallow crossing routes, stuff to get them open.
Yeah.
And quick throws, and let those guys use their ability down the field and loosen up the defense, and they never did that.
Well, to Lamar's defense, they need to get more weapons on the outside. Hollywood Brown is not a number one receiver,
I agree.
But with the Ravens, and I said it yesterday. I said if the Bills stop the Ravens running game, and in particular the big plays from Lamar Jackson, the Bills were going to win. And they did. And look, they did well, man. They put a lot of pressure on them. And, if you're the Ravens, you really got to relook at things because, once again, you can see it. The way they played football, you're going to win games, okay? You're going to make it, but can you advance in the playoffs? Yes, they beat the Colts, but when you play these very balanced teams, and good defenses, and you can't run the football, you got to be able to throw it. And look, the Bills yesterday, too. They couldn't run the ball in the first half. And then they started running the ball a little bit. That same thing with the Bills. They're going to have to run the ball a little more. You can't put it all on Josh Allen. So, look, I think Lamar deserves a couple more weapons, but they got to figure things out, too. That pick six, Coach, he stared the guy down the whole time. The corner keyed on his eyes and jumped it. And credit to him. When he ran out of the end zone, I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "No, look, man, I saw a bunch of green on the right side. I took it and he ran into the house."
I agree with you because I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
And, it just looked like the Ravens were all just kind of standing around. Like, I think they thought he was taking a knee, and we're like, by the time they figured out, oh shit, he's running the football.
Right.
Man, he's taking off. And but
and at that point too, to me, the game felt a little bit out of hand then too. And I said to myself too, you could see, look, the wind had a big effect on the game yesterday. Yeah. Obviously, the kicking game, the passing game as well. Allen had a long touchdown to Diggs. He missed because of the wind.
He missed a couple.
He did. Huntley, the backup for the Ravens, had Hollywood Brown on fourth down wide open, missed it because of the wind. So that had a big effect. But the one thing I said was going to happen, Ravens were having a lot of trouble with that shotgun snap last night, Coach. A couple times Lamar saved it, and then you have the big one, and Lamar gets the concussion, and I think you knew at that point it was going to be a long road and that it was probably going to be the Bills' day.
Right.
What's up, Kevin?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Kevin, they did bring up the safeties. Look, they were doing quarters defense like they talked about on the, and look, the Bills did a really great job. But you know what, though, too? They pressured them. They came at them.
Yeah.
They really did. And, they got some big negative plays, a lot of negative plays. And that's the thing with the Ravens, Coach. You know it. They can deal with 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. You put them at 2nd and 13 or 2nd and 14, Ravens are in big trouble because they can't throw the ball. So unless they go and get 9, 10 yards on a rush and you're looking at 3rd and 4, and third and long is just not their game, man. And look, Lamar converted a couple big long,
Yeah,
third long,
he did.
third
He
and
did.
like 18 to one time, and he ended up getting a couple. But yeah, it was just the Ravens got to figure some things out. They got to get him throwing the ball more, and I think he deserves some more weapons on the outside. But he misses some things too. I mean, he missed Andrews wide open at one point. Some of the plays were there. The one play he had Hollywood Brown on the crosser route you were talking about, and they brought the pressure, and he just couldn't get it to him. So, but look, credit to Bills. Great game plan by Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier. They got the job done. But, yeah, we'll see. And I'm happy for Bills fans. A great fan base. I'm really happy. Wow, Jason, that's going out on a limb there. He hates the Chiefs, though, too.
I know, he does.
Look, Jason, I'm going to be honest. I hope you're wrong, buddy, because I got a huge bet today. I had the Packers yesterday plus a half, and I got the Chiefs minus 2.5 today. So, and look, if you want, take the Chiefs with the 2.5. If I did that 7 anywhere, I would take it with the Bucs and take them up to 10. I think we're going to see a close game in that Bucs Saints game, which is going to be, a great game tonight. I can't wait.
Absolutely. I think so. So it'll be it was good, man. Exciting, good football. Looking forward to some more good football this weekend. And tomorrow's a holiday. Most people are off tomorrow, so you can stay up and watch that game a little bit as they, it starts.
Not as
6.
late tonight, though, Coach.
Yeah, not as late. 6. What is it? 6:30, 6:40 is the
6:40. Yeah, Coach was complaining this morning he had to stay up past 11 o'clock. Coach is used to Jeopardy and then bedtime. You know what I mean?
Right.
Coach is an old man.
Yeah, I do. Usually I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. After 9:01's late for me.
Hey, Jason Dean, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm all in with Buffalo too. I got them 25 to 1 to win it all. So trust me, I'm with you. I'm hoping for Bills Saints Super Bowl. You're going to see me doing cartwheels out in the streets if we get Bills Saints Super Bowl.
So.
Yeah, you want to start with the first game today, Coach?
Chiefs game? You want to go with the Chiefs game and go with that. My opinion is, and I've been saying this, is I don't think we're going to see a fumbled snap and 3 interceptions right off the bat from Kansas City, but I expect Cleveland to run the football and keep Mahomes off the field. And they have that offense that can do it.
Right.
But again, Spags is really good at defense and is going to make Baker Mayfield beat you. And right. I don't know that Baker can be the man.
Well, and Coach, here's going to be the battle's going to be too. You brought it up. Browns are going to want to have those long 10, 11 play drives, 7, 8 minute drives, keeping Mahomes on the field. And the Chiefs are going to try to be explosive and score points and get up 10, 14 points and then try to take – because, when the Chiefs are up 10 or 14, that's a different 10 or 14 than other games because you said, oh, crap, the Chiefs are up 10 or 14 and they're going to get the ball back. So you might take the Browns out of their game a little bit. If you remember, Coach, last year, AFC Championship game, Titans versus Chiefs. Remember when the Titans got down? And you could see it. They abandoned that running game. They really did because I think they just thought, man, they're going to keep scoring and we got to change our game plan a little bit. So I think that's what the Chiefs want to do is put the pressure on the Browns, get them out of their game plan. But, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to – I got a tough read on this game. I got big money today on the Chiefs, obviously, at 2.5 to close this one out. So, Nevada's going to be going crazy. I don't like how the Chiefs were playing down the stretch, but then there's a part of me that thinks, look, it's playoff time. They're going to come in and get it done. Now, Sammy Watkins is out. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Stizz said, looks like he might not play. So, it's still 2 offensive weapons down. You still got your main pieces, Tyreek Hill, Jason Kelce. But we'll see what look at a pick of the day. You got Browns and Bucks from Matt Anthony. All right.
Yeah.
Look, hey, Matt, you can't go wrong getting 10 points with the Browns. You really can't. I don't disagree with you. I got the Chiefs at 2.5 in a tease. I feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't lay 10. I think the Browns have a lot of pride. look, they came out. I know the Steelers made mistakes, but the Browns came out to play last week. They really did. And the one thing I don't get, Sammy Watkins tweeted basically that, this week was going to be different. He's not even playing. So, don't give teams bulletin board material.
Look, Stizz, what are you doing, man? Aren't you making cheesesteaks? If you're not making cheesesteaks, why aren't you on the show, man? I mean, I sent you the link.
I think they're prepping everything.
What are you eating? You're eating cheesesteaks. You're not making cheesesteaks. What's going on, man? Yeah. But we'll see. Watkins is a joker. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading. That's what I was doing. Stizz is doing the prep. He's over there chopping the onions, trying to chime in here and there. Coach, you should be appreciative. You know what I mean?
I'm very apprecitive, Stizz. I am very appreciative.
And I
also like giving you a hard time. You are 29-6.
Yeah.
The Magi. Make sure you head down there to Phil and Jim's.
Yeah.
And get your cheesesteak and your prop bet today.
Kevin, too, he said he likes the Browns plus the 10. Kevin, you didn't say you like the Browns outright, though, too. You just said you like the 10. And I agree with you. I think 10 points is a lot of points. And let's not forget, too, I did say last weekend, Coach, that in the wild card round, the dogs bark. In the divisional round, usually it's the favorites. Now, the favorites are 2-0 so far. So usually that does kind of even itself out. So do the Browns cover the 9.5, 10 points today? Hey, and Stizz, real excited to eat my first cheesesteak. Never eaten a cheesesteak in my life.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put it on. We're filming it. We're gonna
like I said before,
video.
Yeah, keeping this body as good as it is and as nice as it is and svelte as I am takes a lot of hard work, man. Can't put bad things in your body. So, don't eat a lot of cheesesteaks. I'm on my keto diet. I'm a vegan. So, gonna have to throw that into the trash today. Eat a lot of seaweed. And then Coach Jason Dean brought up about your Yankees. And you went real quick, LeMahieu, that was a steal, getting him for 6 years, $90 million. Cashman wins on that one.
Absolutely. It's a product of the environment. It's COVID. I mean, you're not going to get those big deals that you thought you were going to get, prior to COVID.
Right.
I think we're a couple of years away from that. So you're going to have to take what you can get.
Yeah. And Kevin, I agree. I got the Chiefs from anywhere from 3 or 4 to 7. I think it's going to be in that range, but I don't think it's going to be a 2-score win. When you're laying 10 points till you figure, Coach, you can pretty much dominate the game, be up 13 points late with, less than 2 minutes to go. They come in, score a backdoor touchdown. Yeah. You don't cover. I mean, look at that Alabama game. I was laying 19.5 or whatever. They were up 24, and Notre Dame scores a touchdown with a minute left. Freaking Jason Dean's Notre Dame Irish, screw me with the bet, and make it 17. But that's gambling. That's what's tough when you lay these points too, because sometimes these teams take the foot off the gas late a little bit and play that prevent very conservative defense and just let the teams move the ball down the field.
Right. Yeah.
So who do you got? You got Chiefs, or you gonna go with Browns? I think a part of you wants to take Browns outright, doesn't it?
It does. Part of me wants to take the Browns. I mean, I really, that running game, I do, but I just, I just gotta, you gotta go with the fave and just go with KC.
Yeah. Well, and look, a part of me does think, and I thought this with the Rams. I thought it with the Ravens a little bit. Now, the Ravens not as much, but the Rams, I felt like they had the big win last week. Everybody thought they were going to lose. And this is kind of where they topped out. Ravens a little bit too. They had won, 5 or 6 in a row. Mm-hmm. Third straight game on the road, Coach. It's hard to win 3 straight on the road. Right. And, they're I don't want to say luck, but, it kind of ran out on them. And I kind of wonder about the same thing with the Browns, obviously, upset the Steelers, in the first round. And look, a great year for the Browns, winning 11 games and making the playoffs. I think today's where it ends. Like I said, I think the Browns are going to play a good game, but I think the Chiefs are going to win it in the end. And Patrick Mahomes and that offense is going to be a little bit too much for the Browns. Because let's not forget, too, that Browns defense, they're going to need to get a couple turnovers, I think, to win, too. Because I think the Chiefs are definitely going to move the ball on the Browns defense.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're not. Cleveland's not going to not get their rushing yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna rush the ball. The problem is, like you said, if Kansas City jumps out to a 14, 21 point lead
and
they have to abandon it,
right?
Then it's there's going to be issues.
Coach, another big thing for the Browns too, and I know you're going to know because you know a lot about Spags. Spags will let you run the ball a little bit. But the big thing's going to be Browns scoring touchdowns, not field goals. Yep. Because Spags, he'll let you move the ball in between the 20s.
Yep.
But when you get in the red zone, that's when Spags likes to stop you, hold you to field goals, that bend but don't break type defense. Yes. But we'll see what happens. I think the Chiefs' red zone defense has struggled a little bit this year. We'll see. But Spags he's gonna dial up some blitzes. He's gonna put pressure on Baker. And, you would think, too, he's going to try to stop that run. But Baker had a hell of a game last week. He really played well. So we'll see what happens today.
Okay.
Vicky, you want to put what Vicky said?
Yeah.
Vicky, that was one of the two guys I had said. And, I didn't look up anything on Google and look Raiders defensive coordinator. Right. I had, Raheem Morris, and I said Gus Bradley. Yeah. I like Gus Bradley. I know, look, the Chargers struggled this year, but they had a lot of injuries. Bosa was in and out. They lose Derwin James.
And the year before, they had a top 10 defense.
Yeah, year
before, so
and everybody gives Dan Quinn the credit for the Legion of Boom. Gus Bradley was the guy that was the Legion of Boom. Now, Dan Quinn won the Super Bowl, but Gus Bradley was the guy that got that defense going. He was the guy that transitioned them into a number one defense. They lose in the playoffs, and then he obviously gets the head coaching job with the Jaguars and leaves. And then Quinn comes in Quinn's first year, they win the Super Bowl. But Bradley was the guy who, formed that Legion of Boom defense and got them balling out. And they were the number one defense with him. That's why he got the job with the Jags. And then obviously Dan Quinn takes over. And just like with Dan Quinn going to the Cowboys, Coach, I just don't get it. Quinn, if you look, now they did have some injuries early, but I thought the defense played a lot better under Raheem Morris than they did with Dan Quinn. And with the Falcons, it was always the defense was a problem, and he's the head coach. Like, their offense always did well. The problem was the defense and Dan Quinn. So I liked the Gus Bradley hiring. And look, him and Gruden have a relationship, and I think he's going to do well. It's about coaching those guys up and getting them in the right position.
How about spending some money on the defense and adding a couple pieces?
Yeah, and they're going to have to draft some people. But it's going to be tough, Coach. When you're going to face Herbert and Mahomes 4 times a year, it's not going to be easy.
Well, you know what? I think you got to go and get heavy and draft defensive linemen. You're going to have to spend a lot of money on that defensive line if you want to compete.
Right. No, they need pass rushers. And like I said, if he's there, Gregory Rousseau at 17, that's who I draft.
Honestly, I think the Giants take him. I mean, as much as everybody says, I don't think the receiver from Alabama will be there. Right. And I don't like, it's a very heavy receiver. I'd rather take one in the second round than the first round. We really, really, really need an edge rusher because we're going to lose either Williams or Tomlinson. I hope they can sign both of them. I don't think the Giants are going to do that because that's just what they do.
Right.
And we have to get an edge. We just don't have that edge rusher. And I just think Williams is more of a Robin than a Batman and can play very much more Batman-esque if he's got that other guy on the other side.
Right. Now, and Vicky, they need 2 defensive tackles. They need a run-stuffing defensive tackle for the Raiders, and then they need a guy that can get a pass rush, too. So they need, like I said, they need a couple by. And Crosby's good, But he's another guy who's kind of a Robin to a Batman. He needs somebody on the other side.
Tomlinson, and I hate to say that Tomlinson might be available because the Giants just won't pay it, and I hope that's not the case. But
the question is going to be too: what's Leonard Williams going to get? That's the problem with free agency in that.
Yeah,
and that's going to be I had said the Raiders' problem because I think Nelson Aguilar is going to get paid this year. He had a nice year, and he's a free agent. And you know how it is, Coach. They overpay in free agency, and a lot of these guys want to test the market and not get franchised because you can go out and get that contract and come back and say, all right, match it. Or if you really want to stay, hey, look, get close to it. You know what I mean? If obviously you want to stay with that team. But, NFL free agents, man, you see it all the time. Look at Vitae from the Eagles, a backup tackle. Now, he played the Super Bowl year, but the year he was a free agent, he was a backup, got $50 million. Like, they overpay these guys. It's crazy.
Flowers, who was the first-round pick at number 10 for the Giants, who smoked out, went to the Dolphins, and got a $30 million contract.
Yeah.
For a guy that's terrible. But again, they moved him to guard, which I said all along he should have been moved into guard. But, that's that.
Yeah. Now, you want to get into the obviously what I think is going to be obviously the best game of the weekend, the marquee matchup. Yes. You got the two old men, lining at quarterback. And look, I know Vicky and Jason Dean are in here, and I get it. You hate the guy. But, man, how can't you do nothing but tip your cap to Tom Brady? I don't know if his career is ever going to be matched. 43 years old, playing the level he's playing at. I mean, and the career, the resume he's put out there, 9 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowl wins, multiple MVPs, how many Super Bowl MVPs? I mean, the guy's just had an amazing career. And look, he goes to the Bucs at 7-9. Winston threw 30 TDs, 30 interceptions. He throws 42 touchdowns this year. And you watch him throw, he moves good in the pocket, man. He's moving good for a 43-year-old guy.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I mean, the guy's just unbelievable. I don't think there's any question. He's the greatest of all time, and gonna be a great game. I think personally today's game, I'm gonna Coach. You care if I'm just gonna give my pick out. All right.
Hold on. Let me
get it up.
Let me get it.
Look, I'm gonna talk about the game, so I gotta,
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So I'm gonna go. Once our what are we gonna call him here? Our technical advisor can figure out how to hit a button.
Because now remember, you had. Yeah. I want to put the other game because the Chiefs minus.
Yeah, we talked about 2.5.
From
right.
the tees was from the tees from yesterday.
Right,
we got the first half yesterday, and today with the Chiefs. So now we're going to go into.
And then today's game, I'm going to give out the Saints -3. I like the Saints to win. Look, I think Brady's the better of the two quarterbacks. I think Breeze has the better roster. I think he's got the better team. Much more experience. Let's not forget, this is the Bucs, first time in the playoffs in years. You can, Coach, I love that you're shaking your head.
I am.
I don't want you to be on the same side as me. Just watch later when Coach gives out Stizz's 29-6 prop bet, and then the guy loses for the first time in 10. He has 10 straight because this reads it out. Just wait and watch. That's Nevada's Knicks lock of the week is going to be Coach Mush and Stizz. Just get ready for it. But no, I like the Saints -3. A lot of people have said, it's really tough to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Okay, so teams that have been beaten twice during the regular season and then going to play in the playoffs, 14-7. The team that has beaten the team twice wins. They've won 14 of 21. So they're 14-7 in the playoffs against a team they've already beaten twice. So that stat, everybody thinks it. And look, I get it. It's going to be hard to beat Brady 3 times. I agree with that. But I just think this is a bad matchup for the Bucs. That Saints secondary, the Saints pass rush, I think they're going to put pressure on Brady. It's in New Orleans where, they're like a track team with that offense. They have all their complements. I think they're going to run the ball. Sean Payton's going to dial up a very balanced call, and I think the Saints are going to find a way to win a close game. I like the Saints by 6 points today. Coach, go ahead. What do you like, Coach?
I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks. You know, I don't care. Look, I have the Bucks in the Super Bowl.
I know.
Okay? I have Bucks and Bills, so I'm sticking with it here because, and I think Tom Brady's a different animal come playoff time.
I agree.
And I'm sorry, but Drew Brees kind of chokes in the playoffs. It comes down to it. The last 3 years should have been in the Super Bowl and couldn't get there.
No, you're right about that. I agree with you on that. I agree.
So I just think that, you know, Tom Brady has more weapons than Drew Brees does.
Now, Coach, I do want to say, though, 2 of those games, you got the bad penalty against the Rams, and then you got the horrible mistake against Diggs and the Vikings where Marcus Williams doesn't make the tackle and Diggs runs the play. You can't blame Brees for that. But still, it's a loss.
But you know what? I blame is Sean Payton for that because it comes playoff time and he tries to outthink himself. And that's the problem.
You saw some of that last week.
You know, and he gets in his head like this should work. I'm doing it. And why isn't it working instead of just, okay, I'm going to take what the defense gives me. And, you know, and I just feel like it's going to be the same thing this week.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. I thought you saw some of that against the Bears. He brought Taysom Hill in, and don't get me wrong, the play he dialed up would have been a touchdown. But Taysom Hill's not the quarterback. You know, go with what works right now. Don't do these gimmick things. You got a very good offensive line. You got Alvin Kamara. You got Michael Thomas, and you got Drew Brees. Run the football. You know, throw the ball. Don't do these gimmicks and all. Just go beat them straight up because I think they can. But, no, I agree with you. And you want to hopefully he calls a good game. We'll see because I like the Saints today. As you know, I'm rooting for Bills Saints. Because that's, you know, if that Super Bowl happens, Nevada Nick's going to have a lot of money in his pocket.
Well, I think it's going to be Bills Bucks. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, you know. But I like the Bucks today. I think the Bucks come out on top and win this game. And I think it's, you know, it's Tom Brady and he's a GOAT for a reason.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you.
This is where he shines.
No, guys, I've said it 100 times, Coach. I'm not in the doubting Tom Brady business. Yeah. So I like the Saints today, but I know what Brady can do. And just look what his leadership's brought to this team. You know, I mean, he's really changed this whole team. I mean, yeah, they bring an AB coach. They do draft the tackle, so they got a little bit better. Let's not say it's all Tom Brady because it's not. They got a little bit better on the line with Wirfs. You know, you bring in AB. But still, the stability of Tom Brady, the leadership of Tom Brady, it's changed this team completely. And you see it. Like I said, first of all, you don't have 30 interceptions. You know, he had, I think he was 42 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. I mean, he's not, you know, didn't turn the ball over a lot, almost 4-to-1 touchdown to, you know, interception ratio, which is really good. So, you know, getting the job done. But I think their whole, you know, Brady and Tampa experiment goes down today, and I think the Saints win and move on to the next week.
Okay.
No, Jason Dean, I agree with you. If they didn't have Brady, they might have won 8 or 9 games, but yeah, they're not a playoff team, I don't think. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, look at with Winston. I think they were 7-9, but you know, all the turnovers and you can't have that. So we'll see what happens. Now you want to get what everybody's waiting for there, Coach. Jason Dean's got Bills Packers. I mean, that'd be an interesting game. It really would be. Like I said, Jason Dean, I'm really pulling for the Bills. I really am. Because look, can you imagine Jason Dean losing 4 straight Super Bowls? And it would just make sense that in this year where all this, you know, craziness has happened, that the Bills finally get their Super Bowl. I would be happy for their fans. I mean, man, look, they had 6,700 people yesterday. They were loud. Yeah. I mean, they were loud. The Ravens were pinned in the end zone. They had 3 straight false starts. I mean, that's impressive when you're at 10% capacity and you can still have an effect on the game. So credit to them.
You know, here's the thing, man. I like that Did you watch the pregame? And they had Ray Liotta
Yes.
Do that whole little spiel, and
Right.
I thought that was awesome. That was a great take on, with the lines from Goodfellas. He used the whole Goodfellas thing. It was good.
No, I agree. Yes, it was.
But I still think there were some tables. They went through some tables up in Buffalo yesterday.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I'm sure they're still going nuts up there. So,
and that's one spot too I'd like to go. I mean, obviously, I'd like to see Green Bay and Lambeau Field just for the history of it. That's like, to me, the Yankee Stadium of football. Would you agree?
What's that?
Lambeau Field. That's like the Yankee Stadium of football.
I tell everyone, when you go to Lambeau, go when your team doesn't play. The atmosphere, everything, and you have to go there once. And I think the first time you go should be without a dog in the fight, just so you can see that ambiance, the whole old school. They have bleacher seats like you're at a high school game.
Yeah.
I mean, they still got it there, and oh man, it was a phenomenal time. I went out there a couple years back, and it was great. And now I feel like I can go when the Giants go and have fun and root for my team, because there's so much history and so much stuff there. It is kind of the mecca of football to go there.
Well, I remember when I was a kid when I went to Yankee Stadium, and you think, man, Babe Ruth played here, and Mickey Mantle played here, and it's it's really it's historic. It's really cool. So yeah, and obviously, like I said, I'd like to go see because supposedly the tailgating in Buffalo is insane, and so that's one on my bucket list too. I would love to go see. I haven't been to Green Bay or Buffalo, so I would like to do that. And I also, baseball wise, I've seen Yankee, I've seen Fenway, I've seen Camden Yards. I would love to see Wrigley one day. I've never seen Wrigley. Have you seen Wrigley?
Wrigley's on my list. I haven't been to Wrigley yet myself, so we'll have to put that on the list and get out to Wrigley. Like you said, been to Boston, been on the Green Monster, been to Camden, been to Philly, and whatnot. So definitely. And I've been down to Miami too. So I guess as far as stadiums go,
Coach was out in the pool in center field,
hey, you got to take advantage of what you got down there, so
Coach was down there trying to find Jeter. He he's not allowed within, was it 1,000 feet now? You're not allowed within 1,000 feet.
No, it's 500. It's only
500 feet.
Only 500. Okay.
Yeah, they caught Coach in the bushes with the binoculars at Jeter zone,
which Tom Brady lives at now. So but no, I did bump into Brian Cashman when I was down there. I did. I got a picture. I'll post it up if I can find it. My daughter photobombing the picture with me and Cashman. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So I'll have to I'll put that up if I can find it after a show. So
yeah, Jason Dean was bike riding by his house. It just happened to be a circle around his house. Jason Dean,
he was
like Clark Griswold in when he's over in Europe going around. Hey kids, Big Ben Parliament. Jason Dean just going around in a circle.
Yes, man. Hey, I got lost, man. I got lost in the neighborhood. I was looking,
Hey, I don't blame him, man. There's nobody like the captain, like Derek Jeter.
That's
much
right.
like it's like Chase Utley in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Everybody loves Chase Utley. Everybody loves Nick Foles because he won us the Super Bowl. So I get it completely. And look, I mean, like I said, Jeter, it's just, I mean, to me, he's on that Brady type level. I mean, he really is. He's got, how many championships does he have? 5, 6, 6? 5 or 6.
Ooh, yeah, he
had 4 and then 5, I think, right? The one in 2009, so 5.
Yeah, 5.
Because they won that stretch of 4, and then
right.
But still 5 titles.
And I think didn't he play in 7 though? He played in 7, I think, because they lost to Miami and Arizona. Those
correct. Yeah, 0-1. And then they lost to the Marlins with Beckett and
right.
Yep.
So
all right. Well, you want to do? Yeah, we'll leave it up to you, Coach. Everybody's been waiting for.
So here you go. Here it is. And the Magi. Look, the Magi, and I'm going to go right out. I'm going to say this right up front. I mean, the guy's got a record. Let me put it up again. Because I adjusted it. It is now 29-6. The guy's going for his 30th prop bet win.
Going for 11 in a row.
I mean, unbelievable. Look, if you went and put money with this cat all year, you got some coin right now in your pocket.
$100 better. You're up over $2,000, $2,200, $2,300. I mean, and that's just $100 better in one season. That's insanity.
So he's going to go in the late game. He's going to take Mike Evans and over 68.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
So I know Brady's been throwing the ball. He's been distributing it well in the last few games. So, but hey, how do you go against the Magi?
Yeah, you can't. How do you go against?
How do you go against the guy that's 29-6?
No, you can't.
You just can't do it. You just can't do it. So
that's like going against Brady, which I'm doing. So
right, you just can't do it. You shouldn't do it.
No, I got to agree with you, Coach. I mean, there's no way I would go against what the production that Stizz has had this year. I mean, what a year! I mean, and look, Mike Evans has had a nice stretch. He really has. Him and Brady, I think, are connecting a little bit better. Early on.
Vicky, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Vicky. Appreciate it. But no, I think him and Evans are starting to get more chemistry. It takes some time. Early on, it's tough. You're in a new offense, a new system. Him and Edelman, it was like, come on, those guys knew each other so much, so well. You got to develop that chemistry. But we'll see what happens. And like I said, I ain't going against this either on the run he is. I mean, that's crazy, 29-6.
Right. Absolutely. So, all right. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We got, so don't forget, tomorrow we'll be on our regular time, 6 to 7. We'll recap the games. Maybe the Magi, if his arms feel good enough, he'll be able to,
he'll be flipping and chopping that steak all day. I don't know, man.
Get ready for the 20 order. Get ready for the 20. I might have to drive up there myself.
I know. But go to Phil and Jim's. Yeah. Order a bunch of cheesesteaks, hoagies. Make them work
might
hard.
Get an extra top secret prop bet. There's a top secret prop bet in there for anybody that goes over, gets a cheesesteak, and get over there, man. Make Stizz work a little bit,
Yeah. Make them earn that money. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So give them the address again there, Nick.
It's on Edgemont Avenue in Parkside. Everybody, Phil and Jim's, get there. Tell them you want your cheesesteak. Tell them Nevada Nick sent you.
Yeah, tell Coach sent you. Nevada Nick said to come by. Get Stizz working. Get him working. So, but good stuff. And listen, make sure do us a favor. We got some stuff going on. So some things get ready to go here in the new year, taking a little slower than they do, obviously, with everything going on. But please make sure you subscribe on YouTube, ring the bell, like the page, tell your friends, share it out. We greatly appreciate it. We thank everybody for checking us out. We really do, because this doesn't happen without you guys. So we appreciate it. And everyone, enjoy your day. Enjoy some football. Go make some money. Go get your picks in. Stop by Phil and Jim's. See Stizz for a cheesesteak and an extra prop bet. And, go from there. We appreciate everyone. Thanks for checking us out. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thanks.